What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best training regimen in For Honor. So the actual skill gap from good players to great players is the ability to parry the light attacks. So the step one that you're going to do is you're going to hop into the training arena and change your opponent to Aramusha. Once your opponent is set to Aramusha, you're going to set him to neutral light. Now you're going to try and parry as many of these lights as you can and try and do it for as long as you can. So sit in here and for a few minutes it's going to be difficult and then you'll get locked in. I like to combo with whatever character I'm playing just so I can make sure that I'm warm. Because of course you have to be able to do this while doing other things as well. Neutral lights is pretty much the bulk of actually being able to parry someone. So whenever you're playing For Honor, you have to know that these neutral lights that are just thrown, you should be able to get them with, the majority of the time you're able to actually land them. I am rough on this. And of course, remember it gives you that free heavy trade. Oop. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. Then you're going to go to his Tempest here, and this is going to make him throw heavies and lights. So you will notice this will teach you that you'll actually eat a lot of heavies if you're not careful. We got the third one there, which isn't great, but we'll take it. I thought that was a heavy, so I didn't try and parry it. Boom. So we got him off neutral rip here, which was good. This one's going to be a heavy. Yep. Into light. So of course, like, this is going to be huge for you to practice. And then learning that if you are going for light parries, but you have to be conscious about it, you will eat a lot more heavies just because, you're trying to parry the light, and then the heavy comes through. If someone just keeps throwing neutral heavies at you, you're going to be in kind of bad news situation. So keep that in mind. Light. Yep. Just guessed. Then after you're done with this, make sure, by the way, that you go to your options, you go to display, and you're set to performance mode. I'd also suggest to change your FOB to 90. If 90 is horrible, change it to 85. But you definitely have to have performance mode on to be able to do this on console. Now click on Nobushi. Let Nobushi load in. And then go to her triple lights. She almost always starts with that overhead. This will be great for you being able to get chain lights, because obviously she's going to throw a lot of chain lights with this. So I find it to be really beneficial, especially if you do fight Nobushis. Almost no Nobushi won't throw 2 lights in a row. And this will really make you guys in love. Now, Aramusha, not only did he have the perfect moveset for this, he also has, and don't quote me, but the fastest lights in For Honor. So every other light from every other character is going to feel so much easier. As we can see through my progression here, I have absolutely grown to being much, much better. And Nobushi now feels like it's absolutely nothing. And then we're going to go to Nobushi's Viper's Retreat. Try and learn how to parry odd tools. Things that you usually wouldn't parry. Like this. This is actually a tool that you can parry and get yourself that light parry. And of course, you can also throw on Poke the Nest as well while you're doing this. And then this is going to give you this sort of mix-up. So that was going to be her bleed, and then she hit me with it again. And it does take the bots a second, but they will start changing through different attacks for sure. As you can see, she was about to hit me with her triple light, but I parried it. Now, once you are done with Nobushi, you want to go to any hero that you have issues parrying. So pick whatever hero that might be. But this is going to be the next drill. The next drill is you're going to send him on his forward dodge light and his back dodge light. And this is going to be insane training. Now, it's only going to come from overhead, which kind of blows, but this is going to allow you guys to be able to parry Orochi's. I've had his back dodge since forever, but then y'all are going to be feeling really great whenever you guys get these timings here, and then this will also demonstrate the different sort of animation behind whoever you're fighting. So like this is super easy, but a lot of people get caught by it. Again, it's going to be different in an actual fight, but practicing the mechanics is totally huge. The next thing that I would say to do is go to Jiang Jun as our next bot that we're going to be practicing against, and throw him on his double light to start. You want to parry the first light, and if you miss, you have to grab that second light. And that second light should now feel like a heavy. It should feel like it takes forever to get to you, and you should be completely used to it by now. Now, grabbing that first one is definitely going to be pretty difficult, but I'm sure that y'all can grab it. Let's see if I can. I can. The first one is always going to be harder than that second one, but the point is being able to actually parry those. And then Jiang Jun kind of becomes a joke. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to set him also on light heavy and then heavy light here. Really going to make him mix us up here. So nice zone. And then we got the heavy, so we ate it because I went for the light parry. We got that again. And then that was the light. And this is where you actually really get to learn what I'm talking about and really get to see this. I put a zone in there because it is a move that you want to learn how to parry, because he's going to throw it out a lot, and if you can't parry it, you're going to be in a world of pain against Jiang here. See, again, that light heavy is getting me pretty much every time. There we go, it didn't give me that time. And that's also why you definitely want to... Oh, light. So that is going to be the next practice, and then of course we have these two here. So this is going to really make your reaction time insane. So you know it's going to be coming from one of the sides. Let me turn off his zone. You know it's going to come from one of the sides, and now all you have to do is get the parry. I swear that was a parry. Wow. See, this is always the hardest for me. But that is a great drill to also practice, and all this practice all the time, practice. And of course, I would say do this warm-up regimen at whatever speed you choose before you get into a game. Next bot we're going to go to is we're going to hop with Tiandi here, and then you just want to set Tiandi to his crazy dodge spam. Now this is going to be really easy, but Tiandi can sometimes get a ton of damage on players, including myself, whenever you are constantly getting dodged by them. It's also fun to let the first one land and then dodge the second one. But it doesn't seem like he's actually going to chain here. But this happens to a lot of players, and it's just something that if you can get rid of Tiani's being able to do to you, you'll be much more happy. So definitely just something to throw out there in your training just to make sure that we have everything on lock. We are coming to almost the very, very end here. We only have a few more things to discuss. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to pull out Highlander here, and then we're going to throw him on his light, light, heavy. Highlander's lights, again, are going to feel super slow compared to Aramusha and Nobushi's. This is one of the biggest things for being able to beat, if you're playing an assassin, being able to parry his chain lights becomes one of the most important things that you can possibly do as an assassin. Being able to get that huge trade, and then just being able to steal all that momentum. So that's very, very important to get good at. The next one is going to be Shigoki, and you're just going to want to throw him on his neutral light here, and these should feel so fast. I don't know what it is, but these are technically, I believe these are the easiest lights to parry. But dude, these feel super, super fast. God, thank God that overhead is not as fast. And I instantly get whacked by it again. Come on. No! So we're starting to get it. But Shugo's is going to have his whole own different timing that you're going to need to get used to here. And it's going to be a problem, a huge problem. Basically, those players that are in Diamond and above are capable of light pairing. About Diamond 3 and Diamond 5 is where you're going to get that real consistency, and obviously in Masters, almost every neutral light is parried, and two lights thrown at the same time are also usually parried pretty quickly. So, the game's almost coming to fruition. We have 3 more heroes to demonstrate here. Starting with Valkyrie, you're going to want to throw her on her light, light, light. This is going to really help you guys get that combo. Most Valkyries will do what he did and throw them both in the same direction. But then if they switch it around, this will pretty much guarantee deadlock you against a Valkyrie. And I don't know if that third one is parryable. I've never parried it, so I really want to. There we go. It totally is. Super weird timing. But if you can light parry the Valkyrie spam, you will never ever have a problem with Valkyrie. You can even put her on... Actually, I don't know if you can. But then, of course, you can... This is the best one for throwing out her random strings here. So this is the best for really, really having that mix-up for you to have to master. That was the 3. So this one is probably my favorite training out of everything, because you really, really, really want to grab that first light parry off rip, just like that. If you want to have some real success. Oh my God! Thank God. So. She can be just super mix-up intensive, which is really, really great for you. Now the final 2 heroes that we have, the first one is Medjay. His infinite chain messes a lot of people up. Shamefully messes me up a lot too. And being able to block that first light is so, so huge. Here we go. So, so huge for the Medjay fight that you want to be able to get that. And of course, also pop that bitch in Axis mode. Those are so much easier for no reason. Except that third, watch. Light, heavy, and then that third light is crazy. I don't know, it's really, really weird. And our final hero is the debut hero himself. Um, Obviously, you're currently fighting him a lot, probably way more than you want to be. So you absolutely need to get these down. And I'm going to try and go for the second one here. Nope. Okay. I want to go for that second, but I also... That second one comes out so quick. So quick. But nah, man. I could. I just don't want to sit here and do that forever. And then, of course, his neutral light. Dude, this is such a difficult one for me, but now it literally feels like it's nothing. After this training, it feels like nothing. And, of course, you want to do this with any sort of hero that you absolutely just, dude, I cannot parry this person's lights at all. And then just come in and have a blast. Set them to whatever. Warlord, everyone has a problem with Warlord, bro. I have a problem with Warlord. But now those stupid... That second one, you should pretty much always be able to get the second one every time. Like, actually. Now, of course, the fights are going to actually be obviously different, but you're going to see a astronomical difference in your gameplay after putting this training. And that's the whole training regimen. As a bonus, because I know some people feel bad that the Night Heroes got left out, the infamous 4 light Gladiator is always great. It's always a good time, so we're going to let him hit the first one here. The 4 light Glad, infamous as hell. You won't ever have to deal with that again. And then, probably the biggest one for newer-ish players, the neutral light Lawbringer. This thing will make grown men cry. Dude, neutral on the side though, on the side, is such a difficult light parry. I'm not really, I don't know the MS or if it's actually more difficult than others, but I also struggle with this one a super amount. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to do it for my training regimen for how you guys are going to be able to hop in games and start light parrying like crazy. Thanks for watching. I seriously do this regimen all the time, and once you first hop on, you're going to suck, and then eventually you'll almost parry every light. And if you do this every day for a week, you will be just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.